Hey guys, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about postseason scouting and how me and Alex like to really dig in deep during January and scouting. And Alex is going to lead this one off, and I'm going to let him tell you his tips and tricks on hopefully it'll help you succeed in your season by doing our tactics, what we like to do during postseason.
Yeah, postseason's like your most crucial time to really dive into these areas. I take postseason as a time for me to scour every inch of my property. I
Oh yeah,
will I will walk every inch. Onyx is the most crucial tool at the time because I'm dropping pins for bedding areas, trails. I mean, whatever. If I find a big white oak tree, I'm dropping a pin for a tree, a big white
oh
oak
yeah,
tree. You know
for
what I mean?
sure.
I'll do what I can do, but it's a good time because the sign's a little fresh. They're usually
Yep.
late season. If you have a really cold late season, say like this year, I think a couple days at the towards the end of season, I even started my it's I mean, it's right after season I'll start, but it was right after season when it got like negative whatever. I think
Yeah,
8 up
y'all
here.
y'all had cold weather, man.
I know
And
when it gets like -8, those deer are going to hit those main routes. And when they hit the main routes, from previous scouting, I've realized when they hit those routes in the -8 degrees, that's the route when you can see, if you got a little snow on the ground, to get out there, hunt those during the rut because that's just prime movements.
oh
And a
yeah,
buck will travel that 100% November.
oh yeah.
So I use that to my source too. Snow's always helpful for trying to find postseason sign. But I mean, it's great time because all your leaves are off. You can see those older scrapes, the rubs, whatever you need to see. It's just if you want to kill a big deer, you got to start putting in the work right after the season.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, that late season scouting, like you said, is probably one of the most crucial tools you'll ever take away from hunting. If
Yeah.
you can get in there postseason and say, hey, maybe it's a property you got November. I mean, I've gained properties in November and I'm just kind of hunting and just going off of Farmer Bill here told me, hey, does like to travel this fence line, or I've seen a
Mm-hmm.
buck here, and it's like, all right, cool, you do that, and yeah, you see that deer, but you never get within 400 yards of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dig into that place come January because it's like now I'm not worried about my human odor like I am in November, especially if it's an area where I know there's big bucks. You don't
Yeah.
want to push that buck out in November because he may not come back until December, January, and it might be too late then.
Yeah.
I mean, on that aspect, I think the rut, for me, I like to play more aggressive during the rut because you can spook a buck out. If there's a hot doe in that area, he's coming back. I
Yeah.
mean, that's your most crucial time to kill that big boy that you never even knew existed because, hey, he's from 5 farms over with old Johnny down there, and he's like, I'm gonna go over here to this hot doe, and that buck don't come on that farm ever.
No. I mean, it's happening. I mean, we've all done it. We've all killed deer we've never seen before. It happens
Oh
all the
yeah.
time.
I mean, never seen that deer. Never
Yeah.
seen that deer. I seen that deer on trail cam pictures.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just deer that you catch during that November. But with postseason scouting, dude, you find them core areas where the does like to travel. Because then it's like, all right, postseason, I'm not afraid to get my scent in there. Okay, I got a little snow on the ground. I'm gonna start scouting. I'm following these trails that are obviously they're more obvious because there's snow on the ground. I'm following them. Bam, I just found a big bedding area.
Yeah.
Sweet. This bedding area is right here. I'm gonna put a pin. I'm gonna put a pin. And then maybe I don't go actually put a tree stand out there, but I put 5 markers on hunt stand. Well, I use Onyx mostly, but I do use hunt stand as well. Use Onyx and I put 5 pins on. I can hunt this spot with this wind. I can hunt this spot with this wind. I can
Hmm.
hunt this spot with this wind, and this spot with this wind. And I mean, I don't have the money to go put 4 permanent stands out, so I'm gonna grab my lock on and when deer season rolls around, and go hit them areas.
Yeah. Being mobile's key. And I mean, you can even in the postseason go ahead and mark your trees. Mark
Oh
your
yeah.
trees. I carry those little reflector eyes.
Oh dude, them things are
I'll put them on the
freaking.
tree. I don't care. I mean, it sit there all year, but I mean, they work.
Yeah, they work great, dude. I set them make it look like a dang runway going in there. I was walking
Mhm,
in, stand one morning, click and walk, 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 reflector. I always put two, two, two,
mhm.
two. I hit a spot, there's three. I was like, I'm sitting there dead stop, and I was like, I know I didn't put three, and that joker blinked. I was like, oh shit.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, you see something running off, and I was like, daggone, bruh.
Yeah.
But I
Man,
mean,
we've all been there before.
dude, there ain't a grown man in this world that can't say that they ain't been a little spooked up walking in the woods.
I go on record saying I'm always a little spooked walking in the woods in the dark.
Oh,
I'm man
bro.
enough to say it.
I mean, hey, dude, it's
I
especially on
mean, you
them.
walking in the dark, that burned flock of turkeys up in a tree. I think Dracula's got my butt. That's how I'm dying today. You know what I mean?
Bro.
So I hear that first hen yelp. I've done laid down and gave up.
Dude, I understand that one. I mean, we've all been there, man. I sit there and there was a guy posted on a page that I follow on Ohio, and this joker was talking about him walking out and five coyotes started circling him. And he
Man,
like they were like lunging at him one at a time, and then this joker ended up having to shoot one to get him run away. I was like, yeah, if that had been me, I'd just laid down and been like, it's my time, God.
I'd have been like, they tell you play dead with a bear, but five coyotes probably weigh as much as a cub, so I'm playing dead.
Yep. Hey, you gotta put your odds together.
Hey, every man is a little scared in the dark. I will say that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
But
I don't care. I mean, the older you get, the better it gets. But everybody hears the twig snap. Everybody's opinion changes. You see the real man at that point. You know
oh
what I mean? I
yeah,
half time I
dude.
don't even want to shine my light over. I don't want to know what's over.
Bro, I don't even care at that point. It's like, hey, I'm in your spot. If you got me,
Yeah,
you got me. If
yeah, I'm God at that point. Are you gonna let
yeah,
me get to my stand today or what? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, but going back to the postseason, I think the postseason scouting is a real good tool for late season hunting
Yeah,
because you're on them late season feeds and late season trails and stuff. So it's kind of like, hey, I you can kind of too, but you got to scout year round, man. So with postseason scouting, so this year postseason scouting, I say I don't have an acorn crop. Say water, it don't rain as much. It was been a crazy windy year. Okay. Now, when I'm post scouting, I'm thinking back to, okay, I didn't have acorns. This is the way the deer was traveling. I didn't have rain. This is the way the deer was traveling. And you got to put that in perspective of next year, you have a crazy acorn crop. That postseason scouting really did not help you. I
yeah.
mean, there's still trails and stuff, but now, okay, instead of this trail goes straight down, it goes left or the right. Right was Greenbriers, left is acorn trees. It's like, all right, now I got to know when I'm post-season scouting, I'm looking for acorn trees. I'm marking these acorn trees, and especially if I know that these trees produce well, it's like, okay, that was a good producing tree. I'm gonna mark that.
Yeah.
And when if it's a good acorn crop year, I know that I can hunt around this area. Or it might be in a spot where there ain't many acorn trees and there's only like this group of five that produce right here because they're the only ones mature enough to really produce a good acorn crop. So then you know you have acorns and that one property, you sit there and you're like, man, let me look at Onyx. I got five acorn trees right here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go hit that spot up and I should have pretty good success. As long as the big old fox squirrels don't beat the deer to it, I
Yeah.
mean, you'll be in a
That-
good situation.
That's what I was saying earlier. I mean, if I'm scouting, I'll throw a pin every day of the week, or at least something in my mind. If I find a good white oak
Oh yeah.
quiet or a white oak tree, that's deer candy. I'll go back every year and check it.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't hit every year. I mean, there's good crops and bad crops, but it's worth a check every year.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that
But
goes back to, I mean, you look at my Ohio Onyx, dude, it's to the point now where I look at that and I'm like, which one of these pins did I actually seen? So I had to start color coding them. If I've been to them, they're red. If I've not been to them, they're blue.
yeah,
And blue means, hey, I want to check that out. Like when we go up there in March, I got some that are blue that I really want to go check out because it's a little bit deeper than where we was hunting. And it's like, I think that's where these deer are hanging out at. But I don't want to do that whenever I got 6 days to hunt. And I didn't put in the time of scouting like everybody else did because
Mhm.
it was a last minute hunt for me. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, now I'm gonna go in there and scout this area out and be like, all right, now I have the advantage. Next year when I come in here, I know that I got my tree mark that I want to sit at. I'm not going in there, man, shining a light in the dark, be like, well, that tree ain't good enough, or
Yeah.
I got the tree marked. All I gotta do is go in there, hold on X, and be like, I'm right here, bam, climb that tree. And I mean, a lot of people want to just say, I don't know. Like for me, I don't like cutting trails, and I do not like moving stands or making shooting lanes in July. For one, it's hotter than Hades,
Yeah.
and you got to worry about ticks and snakes and spiders and all that crap. And it's like, why do it then? Do it in the early season. Do it in January, February, March. I ain't doing it in April because I'm turkey hunting, but January, February, March.
Hey, you can do your best, some of your best. That's what I was about to say. You can take it by ear by what you want to do, but postseason scouting is good for the colder time of year. You ain't got much to do, but hey, if you're not a cold type person, you won't go out there in the cold. Why you turkey hunting scout?
Oh yeah, yeah, you can learn a lot, dude. Like that's how last year I found the new spot where I killed that zombie doe, man.
Hmm.
We had seen deer across the field there every time we turkey hunted in the morning. And it was in a field, and I don't hunt fields in the morning.
Yeah,
And I was like, well, heck, I'll give it a try. And every time I hunted that field in the morning, I seen 8+ does. I never seen no bucks in there but I never hunted in the rut because I was in Ohio for our good portion of the rut.
yeah,
But I mean, with postseason, dude, I feel like if you really get in there and dig deep and learn your property better, and I mean, just spending a 8 hour day here and there on the weekend or whatever it may be is going to make you realize, hey, this property has more to offer. Walking right on the edge of your property, coming into your property, going back into somebody else's,
yeah,
and they're cutting the corner, and it's like, man, I could go in there and hunt it. And for us, like this time of year, it makes it hard for us to do that deep scouting because of swamps, because we usually have so much rain in December, January, February. So a lot of stuff is land during November is water right now.
yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of hard for postseason, but you still get a feel of what they like to do, dude.
Yeah, you can move around. I mean, you ain't even got to. I mean, postseason's just a suggestion, but I like to scout while it's going on. And like you said, if you're hunting swamps November, I mean, it's prime time to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, I'm definitely for because I mean I hunt mobile as well, whether it be a climber or my lock-on setup. I'm very for scouting during season, but I feel like me personally, I won't be as risky during season as I will be in January, February, March, because especially if you get that, you catch a glimpse of that 130, 140, 150, whatever it may be, and you see them regularly. And you just don't know how to ambush them because it's like, what's over there? All right. Yeah, you do it. You make a move on them. You go in there, you get set up in the dark. You've seen this deer every morning. You climb up this tree, you get up in there. Bam, it gets daylight. You don't have no shooting lanes. And it's like at that point, it's like, now I'm taking a chance of boogering this buck up. I know where he's coming from. He's going to walk by me, but I can't shoot him.
Yeah,
And I was expecting to like my expectations for this hunt was, all right, I've seen this deer 3 mornings in a row. He's walked here, 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 here. I got set up here. I'm expecting to kill this deer before he gets by me. He gets by you. You can't get that shot. He goes past you. He gets wind of you. Boom, he's gone. Now you just change that deer's pattern
yeah,
completely. So, I mean, you can do them midday scouting though.
yeah.
But I mean, you get a lot of people, man, who swear by that 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And
I mean, I've
the,
killed plenty of deer in that time.
the reason I've never killed a deer before 3 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the evening. I mean,
I've killed them. Pro 11 to 1 more for me, not that
yeah,
2-3.
yeah. But I mean, so yeah, you could use that time to scout, but then you're kind of, if you are that 11 to 3 hunter, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of you being that midday hunter because midday hunters rely on other people's mistakes.
Yeah,
You are relying on somebody to go in somewhere, bump something up. Because I mean, especially if you're on public, man, you're literally going in there. And if you do that 11 to 3 sit, like you take that all day hunt, the reason you're seeing that good midday action, freaking Billy Bob Thornton down here is
yeah,
getting out of his stand to go make him a ham sandwich.
mm,
Well, he just spooked up Big Boy for you, and now you get that shot.
yeah,
So I guess there's a whole lot of ways, man. I enjoy postseason scouting, and the reason why is my season's fresh on my mind.
yeah,
I can remember I seen deer here, I seen deer there, I seen this here. And it might be just as simple as my tree stand is 20 yards too far to the left.
yeah,
And I can't see past this tree right here. And it might be on a farm where the farmer's like, hey, I don't want you to cut down no trees.
yeah.
You're in like the subdivision areas I got. I really don't worry about scouting in them as much during postseason because they're so used to human traffic. It's kind of like, now, I don't want them to see me. I don't want them to see me and smell me. If they see me and
Mhm,
smell me, I'm freaking crap out of luck.
mhm,
But during regular season, if they get spooked up by me, I'm not really to worry about it because they'll be back.
yeah.
I know you don't have as much of that kind of hunting where you're at
No, there ain't
because,
none.
yeah, I mean, for some reason, man, Ohio, they kind of stick to the script there because nothing really changes for them. I mean, you can still have bad acorn crop years and good acorn crop years, but it's
There's so
not
much hardwood. I mean, there's going to be acorns hit somewhere.
somewhere, man. I mean, somewhere. But I mean, for me, when would you say postseason scouting just comes to an end? Like when would you consider it preseason scouting at that point? And
I
what do
would
you what do
probably
you
go ahead.
what do you do different in preseason than you do postseason?
Preseason to me is, that June, July, it's hot, your vegetation has grown back. These bucks are on their summer patterns. They're going in a 500-yard square circle. They've got bedding, they got food, and they got water. They're hot and heavy and ain't moving. So I don't like to really scout as much then because they change up completely most of the time. Unless you got a September season, I mean, yeah, granted, you can kill them then on them summer
Yeah,
schedules.
for
By the
sure.
time ours rolls around, they've done dumped off of them. You might get lucky on that first weekend,
But
but
it's never happened for me.
it's one time I come close, but that's it.
Yeah.
And it was perfect time and perfect place. But that June, July is usually mine. I like to postseason scout all the way up to about pretty much the end of turkey season.
Yep.
That's a really good time to start changing. When your greenery starts coming back in the woods is when I like to really switch my gears. That's when they're
Yep.
starting to change and starting to feed on various vegetation that you just it's you can't think of what to do really feeds on at that point because I've seen them eat some stuff. I'm just like, why?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
June and July is a really good time to to me to find your access points because these deer are usually at that first point of October going to stick around the same bedding. They might not be on the same patterns, but they'll be on the same bedding as that June and July.
Yeah.
They'll switch up mid October when them bachelor groups break up. But to me, it's June, July. When your greenery hits the woods, start to inch your way out.
Oh yeah, and because it's like I want to keep my scent out there at that point because then I might be ruining my early season bow success
Yeah.
if I'm really putting in my human scent. I still run trail cameras that time of the year,
Hey,
but
postseason, I will say, I mean, I pull my trail camera some, but I like the other day I just walked like 4 miles. I set 3 new trail cameras. I will still run trail cameras to be able to tell what the. I ain't got to know if it's a buck. I just want to know what the deer's doing.
Yeah, you want to know if deer are coming through that area naturally. Like
Yeah,
you ain't throwing out bait piles like you do during June and July.
yeah,
You are just putting your camera out there and saying, do these deer naturally travel this trail? And
yeah.
that's what your postseason's for. But I
Mhm.
mean, the preseason, dude, like then you get into a whole nother beast of the trail camera sets, like going in there, checking trail cameras, doing stuff like that. Like mine's 2 weeks. Like that's the most I'll go in there once June hits. I'll go set my cameras, and then I'm checking them cameras 2 weeks after if they're not a cell
Yeah.
camera.
That's
Just
the
because
greatness of sales.
it is the greatness on sales, but I mean that's a whole nother topic that we can
Yeah.
talk about. Um, but then it's like, all right, you got $20 on your phone, July.
Mm.
There's a good chance you might not even have one of them bucks. Because,
Oh no,
dude, a farm that holds bucks in the summer does not hold bucks in the fall.
no.
It don't.
I've had
Out.
deer. I got one trail cam picture last September of, I think it's 9 8 pointers in one picture,
Yeah.
and I never seen one of those after season started.
No.
I
I
mean, I
mean,
can't pinpoint one.
they kind of just vanish, dude. They
They
don't.
just disperse.
Yeah, summer farms. Like if you get
Yeah,
bucks during summer, I got a place that. I mean, I go put out trail camera on every corner of that farm, and I can get 30 different bucks on there because for some reason they love being there in the summer. Well, for one, there's the soybeans in there during the summer. Once winter rolls around, I really don't see any of them deer on the farm, man. Like that's like that giant 8 pointer, man. I mean, he was my farm that we hunted was summer farm for him. Now he bedded in the neighborhood across the street from us, and every blue moon you'd catch him slipping up, but he didn't slip up much. And
yeah.
I mean, he had everything he needed over in that neighborhood. He'd go eat at everybody's gardens, and he'd eat their
That's how he got big.
grass. That's how he got big, and that joker's probably still alive to this day because I ain't never heard of nobody ever killing that deer.
Yeah, that's
I
the type of
mean,
deer that gets killed by a car.
yeah, I mean, he has a good chance he got hit. I drive by that place pretty often, though. If he got hit by a car, I'd probably see it.
Yeah, but you're lucky. You probably got hit and made it in the woods. You know what I
Oh, yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Nobody ever find him.
no, and that's the possibility as well. If you want to kill them good bucks, man, you look at all these big guys like Seek One and the Hunt Public and the Whitetail Geeks. Them guys right there, they are scouting like crazy in postseason, man. They are gaining permission to new properties. They are scouting the properties they already have. They're in them public holes, like looking into them in depth of, okay, this is how we can do this. This is what we're gonna make happen. That way they ain't got to put that pressure in there during the summer months.
Yeah.
And I mean, they make it work. So I mean, we all can make it work as well. I've made it work.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
it's a key thing to do. I mean, if you want to kill deer, get out there in the postseason, find the sign, mark it, come back to it.
oh yeah, man. You ain't dude, there's too many people who just want to, all right, man, it's October. I'm gonna start scouting and hunting now. And it's like, yeah, you get lucky that way, dude. I
You
mean,
can do it. I mean, you scouting season, but a lot
you
of people like to run in and just bust things up.
oh
If
yeah,
you're going
man.
scout in season, you got to tip. Like if you don't know the property, you just know there's deer there. Tiptoe your way in.
Well,
Go
see,
in 100 yards.
I
Go in
see.
150 yard setup or something, and keep working your way in 50 yards at a time. If you see the deer over there, start working in 80 yards this way.
Yep, and I mean I agree with that as well. But it's a funny thing, like the whole walking in quiet. I don't know if I'm really a true believer on walking in quiet to your spot. Now I'm not going to go in there and sound like Sasquatch walking through the woods,
Yeah.
but think of it, man. All right, you're walking up on a deer, you get within range, and he starts to hear you, but you really don't spook him yet. What's he going to start doing?
I mean, he's gonna.
He's going to start trying to wind you.
Yeah, he's gonna try to
What
sneak
is
him in.
that? What is that? He's going to try to smell you. He catches your wind. He knows at that point
Mhm.
you are a human. You could spray dead downwind. You can spray whatever you want on you.
Yeah.
You are going to there's human odor on something of yours, your boots, your rangefinder, something of yours has human odor. He's going to whiff you. He's gone. So for me, I'll just walk in the woods like a normal day and maybe I spook a deer. hey, I didn't give that deer enough time to sit around and smell. He
Yeah.
got spooked by the presence of noise coming towards him.
Yeah.
And
I'm a big believer in if you don't know where you're going, don't go in the dark.
oh no, no, no. I mean, I've done it. I
Yeah.
mean, that big 8 pointer I missed last year with the bow with Caleb.
Hmm.
Never been in that spot.
Yeah.
But we took our time and we got in there. I think it's key to get in there super early.
If you're
I
going to
mean,
walk in early, your best bet is the spot you want to hunt, keep the wind in your favor.
oh
And
yeah,
it sounds stupid, but walk like a deer. You don't see deer just taking off like a sprinter. You know what I mean? They're taking
yeah,
a few steps, they're stopping, they're listening, they're looking.
yep.
Few steps, stop, listen, looking. That's what they're doing. It's what you got to do. If you're really going to go in there in the dark, even at break of daylight, if you don't know where you're going, do the same thing.
But see, if I am one to believe too as well that you can go in that gray light time and have better success because then you can creep along, you can be quiet, and you're watching and looking. All right, I see a deer. I'm gonna stop. Let's see
Oh
what
yeah,
happens. And then you might end up killing that deer. He may come your way. I had a guy one time, we was in Ohio, man, and this guy, I mean, he may end up watching this video sometime. I don't know. I mean, I can't, me and this guy talked a little bit, but this guy
yeah,
told me that he was going through the world, woods, sound like a squirrel. He
yeah,
said, I'd run real quick, stop. I mean, I was cracking up at it.
yeah.
But I mean, I was like, well, maybe
It
I'm
could
not.
work. I mean, I've never tried it, but it could work.
I've never tried it. Don't think I am going to try it because
No,
I mean, a mile and a half walk in, I don't want to be trying to sprint for 10 seconds and
no.
stop. Ain't no chance.
I mean, I am a true believer in coming in at that great time, that break of daylight. I've always been raised. You get in an hour early, you sit in a tree in the dark for an hour. But the later I kind of taught myself that it's like I'm blowing deer out. I can hear the deer blowing.
Oh yeah,
I don't
man.
know what that deer is. I'd love to know. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep,
walking in mid rifle season, deer blows at me at 80 yards and takes off. That could have been the biggest buck of my life.
yep. It
If
could have
it's
been.
gray time, I'd have shot him. You
Yep.
know?
I'm a true believer in not hunting in the morning until rut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Not
just.
me. I'll hunt mornings.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's my type of hunting. But
Y'all have better success in the mornings where
yeah,
you're at. For me, man, it's like I want to hunt these fields, and yeah, I'm gonna hunt woods too in the evenings, but I got to walk through a field most of the time to get to the woods.
yeah.
And then it's like, all right, I'm gonna walk to this field at 6 o'clock in the morning, bust up 50 deer that's out there eating soybeans. No, thank you. I'm just gonna sleep in. Give me some beauty sleep.
Oh, I'd love to do
And I'm
that.
just gonna go. I'm gonna go climb up in a stand at 2 o'clock. But back to the postseason, man. I think there's a whole lot that y'all can do. And if y'all have any advice for us as well that y'all do in postseason, hey, throw it our way. We'll give it a try. Like we said in our previous videos, we're not too good to try out anybody's ideas. Because our goal is to hopefully y'all ain't too good to try out our ideas. Like try them out, give them a go, see if they work. If they work, comment back to us back. Hey man, this was successful. We done this, and this was our first year on this property, and we killed a 130-inch deer. Like that's the stuff. Like this is why we are doing this. We ain't doing this to be 5 million followers. Don't get us wrong. We want to get as many followers as we possibly can. But we're doing this to, all right, we have 100, let's be realistic. We have 150 people watch a video. All right, 20 of y'all are like, well, maybe these guys know what they're talking about. You try it, and hopefully you succeed like we have. I mean, we have had success with this. We wouldn't be telling you something that we've not had success with. So try it out. Don't try it out. That's up to y'all. But give us y'all's opinion as well. Like throw in there, hey man, this is what I do during postseason. I like to make elephant noises walking into the woods. I might
Hey, if it
try.
works, I'll try
Hey,
it.
if you can have some kind of proof, give me a story that, man, I walked through the woods and I was bugling like a cow. And the next season, dude, I smoked two 150s. My goodness, I'm going to go bugling through the woods like a cow and
Hmm.
see if I can't smoke some 150s. I mean, the day that any of us is too good to learn from somebody else is the day that you top out as a hunter. Like you have hit your max. You are not going to grow no more. If you get too arrogant and realize that the way I do it's the best way, you're your level of perfection is gone.
Yeah.
You are not going to get good. And I mean, for me and you, we're both still pretty young, dude. We've been blessed to hunt some great deer, dude. And
But all this comes with, I mean, this ain't just luck. It's learning from our mistakes. If we could,
oh,
for
bro,
every deer killed, we've had 100 mistakes on 100 other deer.
for every deer kill, I've not been able to shoot 10 deer.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's just stuff that me and Alex are blessed to be able to hunt a lot. He's a truck driver and I'm an electrician, and we both get plenty of opportunities to spend time out in the woods. And hopefully, for you guys who don't get the opportunity to hunt as much, you take our tips and tricks and turn it into success like we have. And I mean, just try it out. Give it a go. Let us know how it works. And if our postseason scouting helps you out, like moving your stance, clearing trails, clearing your shooting lanes, doing the tactics that Alex talked about. By if it snows, go out there and hammer it that day. Put as many feet on the ground as you can that day when it's snowing as you possibly can, because I mean, you'll be able to see every deer track for miles. You'll be able to see the beds. You'll be
You'll
able to
know
do
the
that.
trails.
You
You'll
will
know,
know it,
mark them trails, mark them because it's going to pay off in November.
and
Go
it
set up
will.
on them.
But just give it a try, guys. I mean, like we said, I am not too good to try out y'all's ideas. So if y'all have ideas, feel free to comment. Hey, maybe somebody that watches this video is looking in our comments and sees Ed Murphy over here that commented and said, "Hey, I like to do that." And he tries it and he has success. Guess what? At that point, you have helped another hunter have success. And that is what we are trying to do. Help others have success and show y'all our hunts, man. I mean, that's the exciting part of this for us. We are
Yeah.
here to show you our experience, like how we kill big deer, show you the videos of us killing big deer. Once we start videoing, guys, that's when the realistic of me and Alex really will come out and shine. Like you'll get to see play by play what we do while we're hunting, man.
Yeah. We're not
And
superstars either. You're going to see the good, bad, and ugly.
oh yeah, man, that's the thing. You're gonna see mistakes. You're gonna
Yeah.
get to see them videos of Giant running away, and I'm gonna be like, "Yep, guys, I don't know where I messed up here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. What did I do
Yeah.
wrong in this? I'm gonna tell y'all, and hopefully one of y'all can give me advice, and I go out there and smoke that deer, and I'm gonna shout out to old Billy Irvington over there and be like, "Hey man, you just helped me smoke a 150.
Yeah.
Thanks." But I mean, me and Alex are here, dude. We're not here to, I mean, everybody has that dream of growing big, man. I mean, everybody. Anybody who does this wants to go with it. Like me and Alex both would love to be able to hunt for a living. Is it going to happen within the 5 years, next 5 years? Probably not. But along the way, we just want to make sure that the people that are following us, the people who subscribe to our page, are truly enjoying our information we are trying to share. So please, guys, give us feedback and let us know, like, because that's what's most important to us, man, is followers. Like, what do y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see me talk less? Because boy, I'm a talker. Do you want to see Alex talk more? Do you want to actually see videos of us? Like once we both get all our stuff right, I finally got all my cameras in and stuff like that. I've just been really busy with work. Um, but as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm gonna be posting videos on how I move tree stands by myself, because everybody knows it's not fun moving a tree stand by yourself. I'm
Yeah.
gonna post videos of me doing my postseason scouting and show y'all, hey, this is what I look for. Hey, this is what's this. Alex is gonna do the same thing, and that way y'all can get like actually see it instead of hearing it. And that's our goal with this, guys. Just to have, hey, we're having fun with this. I hope y'all are having fun with this because I know we are.
Yeah. We're just
Um,
here to help the common man. I
yeah,
mean, the blue collar guy that's only got a weekend to hunt, we're trying to get you a deer
yep. I mean,
just as much as that's us. We might
hey,
have a little bit more time, but
but I know what you're saying on that part, man. And I mean, we just, once again, I mean, we'll probably, I know I will. I'm gonna thank y'all every video we get that, hey, we're stoked with what we have right now. I mean, we're happy with the growth that we've done, and we've been doing this now. I think this will be what? This will be our
Third,
third
yeah,
third post, and I think we've had the Facebook page for about 2 weeks longer. No, a week longer than
yeah,
the YouTube channel. So I mean, for us, man, it's great. I mean, we're enjoying the bar out of it. Hopefully just as much as y'all. But we would really like to hear y'all's feedback. Like interact with us. Tell us what y'all want. And that's gonna be what's important to us.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, if you're going to kill it, we're just trying to help every person out to try to kill a decent deer. We know
yep.
how it is, and we know how hard it is.
Oh
We
yeah.
went through the struggles. You know, for every point we've got, we've done the opposite way and done it wrong.
Oh yeah.
So just try to take our advice. I mean, you don't have to take it, or you might have the best advice in the world. Give it to us because we'll take anything we can.
Oh yeah.
But just stick with us. We'll get. I mean, we're getting better at this, and we're growing every day, and we're gonna continue. And when the videos start to upload, you'll get to see a little bit in the life of hunting with us, and it's pretty crazy sometimes. But
Oh yeah, dude, it's fun. I mean,
yeah,
because we're just our own goofy selves. The last thing I'm gonna say, then we're gonna end this, and we just want to have fun. And while we're helping y'all, we're gonna also be out here grinding just as hard, and hopefully y'all enjoy that content as well. Getting to watch us kill some deer and kill turkey and um,
yeah. Hopefully,
kill some. Yeah, hopefully, man. I
it
know
could be dry.
we're over here talking a good game, giving all these people advice, and we're gonna be like, all right, guys, it's end of season. We have no footage for y'all.
No,
Uh
there'll be footage. I promise you, if I don't kill it, I'll get close. I'll get a video
oh
of
yeah, yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah. I'm right there with you on that one. But guys, it's always a blessing for us to talk to y'all. And we appreciate y'all and y'all have a great night. Thanks, guys.